Anna Speak's connection to nature has always made her careful about what she puts in her body. So after the birth of her son in 2013, she wanted birth control that wouldn't mess with her hormones. She decided on Paragard, a popular and effective T-shaped IUD that gets implanted in the uterus and can stay there as long as a decade.
It seemed like low maintenance and low fuss.
But when Anna decided to remove it herself, it was anything but.
It didn't come out intact. One of the T's had snapped off.
Paragard says removal should be done by a healthcare professional, but there's debate with some experts saying self-removal is safe and often the choice women make who don't have access to care or insurance, just like Anna. How did you feel when you realized it didn't come out all the way?
I was panicked. It was devastating, actually.
A devastating complication that eventually required Anna to undergo surgery to try to find the missing piece. Do you remember getting warnings about the possibility that this device might break?
No, I didn't. That never was brought up, but nothing about it breaking.
But Spotlight on America discovered breakage is a well-documented, yet little publicized problem with the Paragard IUD. Our team dug through thousands of so-called adverse events listed in a database run by the Food and Drug Administration. Since 2013, our exclusive investigation found at least 3,100 reports specifically about Paragard breakage, with nearly 2,000 of those complaints considered serious, and more than 100 reports that included life-threatening complications or hospitalization. Did it surprise you?
It actually did. I hadn't heard of it, and so I think that's a sign of this is bubbling up.
Cindy Pearson is executive director of the National Women's Health Network.
I wish I knew if that was 1 in 1,000 women who have a Paragard or 1 in 100,000 women. And right now, I have no way to know that.
That's because generally companies are not obligated to look at the long-term effects or complications of a product after it hits the market unless the FDA tells them to. But with this number of Paragard breakage reports, Pearson says it's time for the agency to take a closer look.
In this case, when it's reports of IUDs breaking on removal or being embedded and needing extra surgical procedures to get them removed, I do think 3,000 cases is enough. They're the tip of the iceberg. It's a warning sign that deserves to be investigated.
As impacted women wait, some are taking action in court. Spotlight on America discovered at least 55 recent lawsuits filed in more than 20 states by women who claim Paragard, quote, has a propensity to break upon removal, causing complications and injuries, including surgeries to remove the broken piece of the device, infertility, and pain. The company that makes Paragard didn't respond to our repeated requests for comment.
Paragard may attach to or go through the uterus,
but has said its warnings are adequate, even though you won't hear any mention of breakage in commercials we found posted online. Deep in the fine print, though, detailing how to use Paragard safely, we did find mention of the potential for breakage. But the company indicates that because the reporting of adverse reactions is voluntary, it's not always possible to estimate how often it happens.
I feel like it's really important to, if you have something like this happen, to share.
Anna Speaks is doing that so other women are informed about a potential problem.
It was just kind of trauma and pain and money, and ideally it would have just come out as it should have, and that would have been the end of it.
I'm Josie Sturman for Spotlight on America.